and gentlemen, Rhea Chakrabarti today filed an 11-page affidavit in the Supreme Court playing the victim. She claimed that she was put on a trial by the media and made into a scapegoat. She accused the media of blowing this case out of proportion. But the questions that she's been facing, not just from the Enforcement Directorate, but from the media as well, has it unnerved Rhea Chakrabarti? We will tell you why. And these are sensational details that we are going to show you right here. These are 16 calls. 16 calls between two numbers here, and these are the numbers of Mahesh Bhatt and Rhea Chakrabarti. These calls have been made between 12/01/2020, 16/01/2020. There are 4 or 5 or 6 calls that are made on the same day. Then 18th, 3 calls. 19th, again 2 calls. 23rd, 2 calls. And then in February, there's 1 call, and then the calls fall silent. According to our sources in the Enforcement Directorate, did Rhea and Mahesh Bhatt then move on to some encrypted chats? That's the question they are confronting Rhea Chakrabarti with. These are the calls, and remember these details because, ladies and gentlemen, we had showed you that it was around this time, 20th and 21st of January of 2020, when Sushant Singh Rajput had traveled to Chandigarh to his sister's house and was staying there, and there were 25 calls from Rhea to make him come back. He had gone for a week, 10 days, even 2 weeks, but Rhea pressurized him to come back in just 2 days. Now, this is a sensational call record that the Enforcement Directorate is looking at. Now, the big disclosure coming up. The big disclosure. It is sensational details from the Rhea digital data dump. And we'll go back to that story as Rhea Chakrabarti just comes out after a marathon sitting from 11 a.m. this morning till 9 p.m. It's 10 hours of questioning, and Samuel Miranda, helper, secretary, assistant of Sushant Singh Rajput, as well as Siddharth Pitani and Rhea Chakrabarti and her family members were all present there in the ED headquarters in Mumbai. Priyank Tripathi joining me. Priyank, what's the latest that you're getting us from the Enforcement Directorate after the questioning of Rhea Chakrabarti?
See, Navika, Rhea had just left from the Enforcement Directorate office right here, and I could also see Shovik, her brother, going along with her. But no other person could have been seen because there was so much of chaotic situation right here. So we could not see that whether Rhea's father, Indrajit Mukherjee, has also left from here from now. The 3 other individuals are already present here, Navika. There were 6 of them who were questioned by the Enforcement Directorate since early in the day. Now you have Shruti Modi, Ritesh Shah, as well as Siddharth Pitani being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. I could see Shovik as well as Rhea leaving from here. We are yet to get confirmation that whether Indrajit Mukherjee has also left from here or not. Throughout the day, they were questioned regarding the financial transaction which they had on 7th. They were called in for questioning, but their answers were not satisfactory. Henceforth, they were told to come up with more documentary proof to substantiate their claim. Basically, the ED was also looking at the 2018 purchase flat by Rhea Chakrabarti, which could not have been substantiated with the kind of income tax return she had filed in the last few years, which showed that her annual income was 18.5 lakh, but the property was purchased at a much higher price. So that is what the ED had been asking her. Rhea has left after approximately 9.5 hours of questioning, which happened at the ED office here.
Well, we also understand from our sources in the Enforcement Directorate that Samuel Miranda has also been there. Remember, there were many calls between Samuel Miranda and Rhea Chakrabarti, and that is also a subject matter of the questioning that the Enforcement Directorate has been doing with Rhea Chakrabarti.
Yes, certainly, Navika, because the Enforcement Directorate wanted to piece together all these evidences which they managed to gather, because, everyone in this camp, Ria, has been lying. You also seen that how Siddharth Patani has lied in front of the national television. So those individuals who are the expert in lying before the camera, or any individual, are being questioned with the documented fact which has been gathered by the Enforcement Directorate. So it's very clear that the ED officials would have questioned them with the kind of evidences of financial transaction, how has it happened, whether Sushant Singh Rajput had given authority to these individuals to, to use the money, why Siddharth Patani kept on transferring the fund of Sushant Singh Rajput to his account, whether he was working officially for him or not, whether he was a salaried person or he was just working on day-to-day need basis. So there were many details which need to come out, and for that these individuals are still being questioned, although Ria, her brother, has left after questioning by the ED.
Well, stay with me, Priyank. Let me take across to the sensational details that we are talking about, and this is exactly what the Enforcement Directorate has been questioning Ria Chakrabarti about. Sensational details of Ria's digital data dump that the Enforcement Directorate has with it. Stunning call records day after Ria dumped Sushant. 8th of June, remember, ladies and gentlemen, Ria had walked out of Sushant's house and she had blocked his calls. And between the 8th and the 13th, it is the 8th of June and 13th of June that the calls between Ria and Mahesh Bhatt have increased many-fold. This is the information that we've got from our sources in the Enforcement Directorate. Many-fold increase in the calls between Ria and Mahesh Bhatt. Ria has been grilled on her conversations with Mahesh Bhatt. In fact, there are some call records, some data, some WhatsApp chats that were deleted. The backup of these deleted data have also been recovered by the Enforcement Directorate. Why were those messages deleted? Did they have something? Those are the questions that the Enforcement Directorate is asking Ria. Between June 8th and 13th, what was so crucial between Ria and Mahesh Bhatt that they had so many calls? We showed you January, they were talking on a normal line. 3rd of February is when those calls ended, and then these calls increasing many-fold. And this 3rd of February was the last time. Did they move to encrypted calling mechanisms after that period? And why was Ria talking so many times to Mahesh Bhatt is part of the questionnaire that has been put to Ria Chakrabarti for answers. So there are 4 things that came out very clearly in the questioning, and the questioning did include that Ria was controlling the finances of Sushant Singh Rajput. Ria was in touch with all people and all the people in Sushant's house, and the fact that the finances, the companies were all being handled by Ria. What did Ria tell Mahesh Bhatt is the puzzle that is being solved and being looked at by the Enforcement Directorate very, very, very closely. Did Ria talk to Mahesh Bhatt about Sushant Singh Rajput? Why call Mahesh Bhatt after the breakup with Sushant Singh Rajput? What does Mahesh Bhatt know? Has he given that statement? Because he went to the Mumbai police on the 27th of July. Has he said anything? Will Mahesh Bhatt come clean? That is the big question. Mahesh Bhatt may know something that so far hasn't come out into the public domain. It seems, why is Mahesh Bhatt conspicuously silent is a question that we are asking, ladies and gentlemen. Sensational new angle that comes up in the Ria case. I am going across to my colleague Padmaja Joshi. And Padmaja, the Mahesh Bhatt question. Calls from January go up to 3rd of February and then silent, because those are not the calls which show up in your data request. So the question that ED has asked Ria Chakrabarti is, did they move to encrypted calls? And then a many-fold increase in talks between Ria and Mahesh Bhatt between the 8th and the 13th of June. What was going on? And Mahesh Bhatt has taken a position about Ria Chakrabarti in public.
That is correct. And you know, if you just take a look at these calls more closely, there were 16 calls in less than a month. The call data record that we have accessed between the 12th of January and the 3rd of February, and in these 16 calls, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 calls which were outgoing, and the rest were incoming. So that is as far as the communication between the two is concerned. Why is the date of 8th very significant? Because that is the date when Rhea Chakravarti apparently left Sushant's house, and it is also the date on which Disha Salyan committed suicide. So after that, according to what sources have told us, the number of calls, the communication between the two went up manyfold. But Mr. Bhatt himself, in the meantime, has been completely cryptic when it comes to any public pronouncements. In all of these days, going to be close to 2 months since the suicide or since the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, there's been only one public communication by Mahesh Bhatt. It was this extremely cryptic tweet which came from him, and this came at the end of July. दुनिया के बनाए रास्तों में उलझने कम ना थीं, और जब चला खुद बना के रास्ते तो दुनिया उलझ गई. That's all he has said. No explanation, no context. One is, it is open to interpretation, but this pretty much is the only thing he has said. And the second thing which he said was, I've come a long way. Where? I just don't know where. So it's just these two very, very cryptic, open-ended tweets that have come from Mahesh Bhatt. It's strange because we know that the person who is under a lot of scrutiny at this point had been regularly communicating with him before the 8th of July, and afterwards even more frequently. Back to you, Narika.
Well, let me also ask you, Padmaja, because one of the tweets that Mahesh Bhatt has put out, there is a picture that he's put, and those are crisscrossing railway lines. Was he talking about, it could be anything under the sun, but the fact that there is a background information that we have, that there were calls that were going on. Did he know something? Was Rhea Chakravarti discussing her issues with Sushant Singh Rajput, with Mahesh Bhatt? Was he just a director? The fact that there were so many calls between them, doesn't that raise a few questions?
It does also because 2 years ago, actually, Rhea Chakravarti had come in for a lot of, public scrutiny. There were pictures of her and Mahesh Bhatt. Incidentally, also, it's around the time when she started working on a Vishesh Films movie, Jalebi. That's a film that she did with the production house of Mr. Bhatt. And it's around that time that a few pictures of them came out, and then there was a lot of social media backlash. Rhea at that time had hit out at all the trolls. Subsequently, she had also, this year, apparently on Mr. Bhatt's birthday, wished him, and that was in the month of July. Strangely, that tweet was later, it was in June, 19th of June 2020. This was after Sushant's suicide that Rhea put out this tweet, and strangely, she eventually went back and deleted it. Now, what is very strange in all of this, and what the family is also questioning at this point, and of course the ED is going to be questioning Rhea Chakravarti about the calls that have been made between her and Mr. Bhatt. But the one thing that remains really curious in all of this is the complete silence from Mahesh Bhatt himself. If we can call these two tweets a statement, but they don't really indicate anything. It's such a raging controversy. He's right in the middle of it. But these two tweets is the only thing that's come from him.
But 19th of June, putting out a tweet wishing Mahesh Bhatt, saying, I love you, and 5 days after Sushant Singh Rajput's body was found. Well, maybe you just wish, friends. You put out tweets, but then why delete it? Questions that Rhea Chakravarti doesn't want media to ask, and that's her plea in the Supreme Court, where the case is coming up tomorrow. But why does she not want the media to ask these questions? Because 1 month ago, Rhea Chakravarti wanted a CBI inquiry. Today, she's fighting for no CBI inquiry. Clearly, many questions that are not adding up, which is why the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight is just one. Should Rhea Chakravarti just drop her victim card and answer these questions? Because clearly, she was the closest to Sushant Singh Rajput in his last days. What does she know and is not talking about is the question India wants to know. Well, that's the story and the big debate. Sushant murder question. No longer is anybody willing to believe that this was a suicide. That's why we are saying Sushant murder question. That's the hashtag and the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And big panel joining me tonight. But my first question goes across to Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate who's been leading this entire Justice for Sushant campaign. And I want to ask you, Ishkaran, the new details that have come out. Of course, there are the details of the ambulance attendant. We will get to that in just a bit. But Enforcement Directorate forcing and focusing on the questions of the calls between Mahesh Bhatt and Riya Chakrabarti. You find anything that could be answered in this mystery?
Navika ji, firstly, I would want the audiences to know that you had kindly carried a letter of mine to Mumbai Police raising the exact same point that electronic evidence needs to be seen and to be examined on July 15th when it was not such a big issue. Even then you had carried it. That is why probably today they want to silence media, because these questions that are being raised are very uncomfortable questions. ED is doing what Mumbai Police should have done on 14th of June. That is being finally done on 10th of August now. Second point in this case, which is very, very important, is that all these links of phone calls, all these unanswered questions which you have shown not only today, of pages being torn from a diary, of an ambulance attendant who in a sense is an expert because he has seen similar bodies in the past, and I was listening very carefully. He said, मैंने पहले देखा हुआ है ऐसे hang करते हुए suicide cases को. So when somebody who is familiar with this says कि ये वैसा नहीं लग रहा, why was this statement not recorded? And frankly, there was no need to, because police also knows कि ये normal लग रहा है या नहीं. And I just saw an image on your TV of showing the bed and the fan height. If you can re-show a video of the crime scene. And that is why the gentleman, I asked the question on your debate, which is viral, that what is the height? Everybody knows what's the height. It's a very easily provable thing. And the person said it's 5'8". Whatever happens with that, we will see. But it is a very important piece which came out that day. So all these questions that you are asking should have been asked on 20th June, on 15th June, on 18th June, and we would have not needed to have these debates. We would have just been saying it's a normal criminal case where an investigation is going on and nothing would have happened. But because the obvious, the natural did not happen, that is why the public had to raise voice, that is why media had to raise voice, that is why I am raising voice. And it's extremely interesting now that ED is doing what? On 15th July, your channel carried the letter, seizing the electronic evidence. That's the basic. And lot of things will come out of this electronic evidence, that I can tell you.
Well, deleted WhatsApps, deleted chats, deleted emails, and emails that have been tampered with after Sushant Singh Rajput's death. Rahul Ishwar, so many calls, and calls increase. Calls increase between Riya and Mahesh Bhatt. Calls increase between Siddharth Pithani and Riya Chakrabarti. Calls increase between Samuel Miranda and Riya Chakrabarti. Isn't this something that has the key to this mystery? Because Miss Riya Chakrabarti, who was asking 1 month ago, tweeting and tagging the Home Minister of the country, Mr. Amit Shah, to investigate and give this investigations to the CBI, is today in the Supreme Court slamming the media. The media actually found out and put out the theory of possible hanky-panky, possible foul play and possible murder. And Riya joined that voice. Today, the same voice has become uncomfortable. Rahul Ishwar?
Navika ji, everyone would like to know the truth. But knowing the truth, investigating and media transcript, there has been a lot of inspiration
against Riya Chakrabarti, her own group of friends, and also in Sushant's case and Disha's case. One chief minister went to the extent of saying Disha was raped and murdered. There are many people who said her body was found naked. There have been allegations of black magic against Riya Chakrabarti. There have been allegations that almost 2.7 lakh was used for black magic. What about those allegations? And Riya and her group has also pointed out to the WhatsApp chat, pointing out the strained relationship between Sushant and his sister. Shouldn't this also be investigated? It is unfair. Everyone wants justice for Sushant, but it is unfair that Rhea is targeted, blamed, maligned, and she also has a right to defend. And when she feels she's being under witch hunt, she has a right to point out that this is a witch hunt and this is a media trial going on. She herself tagged Amit Shah saying that there should be a CBI investigation. Everyone wants to know the truth. And your channel have put out the call record. See, the maximum time duration is 1,200 seconds. Won't we speak to our friends for 20 minutes? Won't we speak to our friends for 10 or 25 minutes? So just by insinuating and filling the blanks in the way we can, it is unfair to target a young girl who is in the industry. She also has a life. She also has a career. What if she is also driven to something like what Sushant ji has been subjected to? We all are fans, especially I'm a great fan of Sushant.
I'm not making a value judgment. I'm not making a value judgment. But Ishkaran Bhandari, I want to ask you. Rhea was the one who's made the U-turn. It's not us. It's nobody in the media. It's not you. We were always saying there should be a CBI inquiry. If it is a suicide, then so be it. But at the moment, there are many questions which are not answered. I want to ask you, Rhea walks out of Sushant's house. She says he's in a mentally depressed condition. She walks out on 8th of June. She blocks his phone. But her phone calls with Samuel, with Shruti Modi go on, with Siddharth Pithani go on. She even uses the email that Siddharth Pithani sends to the police complaining that he's being getting hate mail, and the fact that she wishes on Twitter Mahesh Bhatt. Apart from wishing him, she also says, I love you. Maybe everybody says I love you in these days to everybody else, but then she deletes it. Why? Aren't these questions we would ask?
Let's be very clear, because there are false things said here. Nobody targeted Rhea. The complainant, the family came out and they lodged a formal FIR. Before that, everybody was saying there should be a thorough investigation. That is what everybody wants in this case, a thorough investigation. And this entire thing would have stopped if Maharashtra had not desperately clung and wanted to do the investigation, if they had not further quarantined the Bihar police superintendent of police. Let me ask one question. What if the SP had done 2 days of investigation and tomorrow you found he didn't have jurisdiction? The files would have been transferred to either Mumbai police or to CBI, like the FIR is transferred. What was so scary that you do not even want him to investigate for 2 days? So the problem is the investigation. There is no targeting of any individual. Rhea's name has come because the official FIR is lodged on Rhea by the affected party, that is the victim's family. So please do not blame media for that or anybody for that. That's the procedure of law. If somebody gets an FIR named on them, is the accused in the FIR, people will ask about that accused in a case. That's just the law. So please do not try to spread misinformation as media or anybody is targeting.
Everyone definitely have a right to ask. Everyone definitely have a right to ask, and have high regard for a very eminent lawyer like him, because he has been fighting for justice for so many things. But here, he don't have enough data. Ishkaranji have great regard. But having said that, there are not enough data here to insinuate anything.
But Mr. Rahul Ishwar, the Mumbai police had no plans to take out this data. The Mumbai police had shut the case. They had called it suicide from day one, and the Home Minister of Maharashtra called it suicide from day one. It is only after our cries for justice that the whole issue reopened once again. And I want to ask you, Rahul Ishwar, why would this insufficiency of data not be questioned by the Mumbai police? Why should they not have answered this question? Why Shehzad Poonawalla?
Because everyone understood it was a suicide. And even Sushant's family some days back also said abetting to suicide is a charge. So they also accept it is a suicide. That was the whole premise in which this investigation went on. But CBI investigation is good. Let all the truth come out.
But then why is Rhea Chakrabarti opposing the CBI investigations? Let me ask that question to Shehzad Poonawalla.
Navika, if I may, and I have not interrupted anybody, I just need 45 seconds to make 3 or 4 important points. The only person in this case who has been victimized by a unfiltered media trial is unfortunately the departed Sushant. And let me give you one very glaring evidence of it right here, and I think this will be a very big evidence for you. Because you have shown on Times Now just a few minutes ago that Riya was in touch with PR agents to get positive pluff stories written for her, to get the media to back her, and this is what happened after that. I'm not going to show you the face, but hear the audio.
आप स्वतंत्र कार्रवाई कर पाते. Let's be honest also, Saurabh, Sushant Singh Rajput was not such a big star कि इतना दबाव आना चाहिए पुलिस पर, right?
सुशांत को छोटा मोटा स्टार बताना एक बड़े मीडिया के कर्मचारी द्वारा. सुशांत के लिए बुरखा डालकर एक जर्नलिस्ट ये इंटरव्यू करवा देती है कि सुशांत तो पागल था. होम मिनिस्टर आकर बिना टॉक्सिकोलॉजी रिपोर्ट, बिना कोई फाइनल रिपोर्ट कह देते कि ये सुसाइड से मारा गया. मुंबई पुलिस पर लगातार सवाल उठते हैं तो शिवसेना का सबसे बड़ा चेहरा ये इंटरव्यू डाल देते हैं कि सुशांत के फादर की 2 शादियां हुई थी जो गलत है. उनके परिवार को स्लैंडर किया जाता है. पूरा तंत्र लग जाता है कि उनके बिहार पुलिस को ही नहीं बल्कि न्याय को क्वारंटीन किया जाए. नैतिकता से सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की जाती है. और आज आप खड़े होकर कहते हैं कि रिया चक्रवर्ती का मीडिया ट्रायल हो रहा है. नाविका आप जैसी पत्रकार नहीं होती, राहुल शिवशंकर जैसा पत्रकार नहीं होता, टाइम्स नाउ नहीं होता, ईश्वरन भंडारी नहीं होते तो आज सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के परिवार का चरित्रहरण हो गया होता. और राहुल ईश्वर, मैं आपसे उम्मीद करता था कि आज आप आकर कहते उन पत्रकारों से सुशांत सिंह राजपूत छोटा मोटा स्टार था. आज आप उस तरीके से
well, I'm sorry. You played out a clip. You played out an audio of another anchor from another channel. I heard, Shehzad Poonawalla. He is not here to defend himself. So
आप मत कीजिए उसकी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी. मैं लेता हूं उसकी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी.
My channel cannot take the responsibility for what he believes, and it's not even important whether he believes Sushant was a big star. No, not a big star is not our problem at all. When we see injustice being done, it could be the smallest man on the street, it could be a small child, it could be a woman, it could be anybody. The fact of the matter is, if there is something that is going wrong, then it is our conscience which will really determine which way we are going to go on that story. And in this story, Manasvi Thapar, I want to ask you, why should Riya Chakrabarti not be asked questions? The allegations have been made by the family. There is an FIR that has been registered. The matter was in Supreme Court. The Supreme Court made observations about a tacky investigation by the Mumbai police. It gave no protection to Riya Chakrabarti, even though the case was being heard after 4 or 5 days. I want to ask you, blaming and shooting the messenger, is that the best defense of Riya Chakrabarti at this time? When the Supreme Court has given her no protection, why should our right of raising the questions and presenting to the world the biggest U-turn that Riya Chakrabarti has done, from demanding a CBI inquiry to now opposing it in the Supreme Court? हमने तो U-turn नहीं किया तो उन्होंने, और सवाल हम पे खड़े किए जा रहे हैं.
Thank you, Navika ji, for your question. And no one in this country would say that we don't want CBI inquiry. Everyone wants it, and so does Riya Chakrabarti. I'll just read out her own petition. At page number 8, para 5, she clearly says she does not have any objection with any kind of CBI inquiry. She says even if the CBI inquiry is to be done, it will be done in Mumbai. The jurisdiction would be Mumbai. So the battle in the Supreme Court, which is going to be fought tomorrow, would be on the jurisdiction angle only. It's a limited legal tangle which would be resolved by the Supreme Court tomorrow. So that is the only point which she has also raised at page number 12, para number 5, which you can also go through it, which she says she does not have any objections to CBI inquiry. Only thing she talks about is the jurisdiction at that para. So now coming down to the moot question, you have all the rights to question, and everyone is questioning it. The problem when it comes is, in this particular incident, there are social media investigations going on. There is a YouTube investigation going on, Twitter investigation going on, and apart from that, we have hundreds of experts and investigation experts which have come out, and they are indicating it's a murder, it's an abatement to suicide, it's a suicide. 3 different kind of theories are coming up. We want truth, and the truth is going to be unearthed very soon. Believe the Supreme Court, believe the investigating authorities, we'll get the truth out. But the pseudo-investigators, the pseudo-experts are trying to create some misinformation, are trying to create some fake news that are malign some people according to their convenience, their images. That is the problem, and that should not be allowed. We have seen in the past, whenever there is a trial by selected groups, what kind of the future outcome comes out. Be it 2G, be it Talwar, be it
I'm sorry, Manasvi Thapar, I'm sorry to raise a political example, but I'm just raising it because you are a die-hard supporter of the Congress party, and may I just remind you that last year around election time when the Rafale controversy came, media trial किसने किया था? आपने नहीं किया था? हाँ, मोदी हो तो उसको चौकीदार चोर किसने कहा था? वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के बाद कहा था या सुप्रीम कोर्ट से पहले ही कहना शुरू कर दिया था? Having said that, I'm putting out this investigation. 1 minute, Manasvi Thapar, I will come back to you, but I'm putting out this investigation. Our colleague Arunil Sadadekar spoke to the man who first saw the body and took it in the ambulance. This is the ambulance attendant who spoken to Arunil. Listen to his description. The Mumbai police didn't get him on record. Times Now got him on record. And based on this, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy has even tweeted today that this is further unraveling and he's going to take this issue up with the CBI. I want to play out that conversation because it raises so many more questions than anybody sitting on this panel defending Riya Chakrabarti has ever cared to answer. And of course, Mumbai police clearly was not investigating, only involved in the cover-up of this case. Listen in.
पहले भी सुसाइड वाली बॉडी देखते होंगे ना, ऐसे पंखे से लटकता है कोई.
सुसाइड वाली बॉडी रहेगी ना भाई, सुसाइड वाली बॉडी रहेगी ना. हाँ, सुसाइड वाली बॉडी पीली नहीं पड़ती.
पीली नहीं पड़ती?
हाँ, पीली नहीं पड़ती.
अच्छा, और ये जो तुम बोल रहे हो निशान का, वो भी नहीं होता है क्या सुसाइड वाली बॉडी में?
नहीं, निशान होगा ना, निशान है ना, फांसी से लटकेगा, फांसी से जैसे लटकेगा ना.
हाँ,
जब तक फांसी से लटकेगा ना, तो पूरा रस्सी भी रहेगी, इसकी ओढ़नी भी रहेगी लटकेली.
हाँ हाँ,
बराबर.
हाँ,
हम लोग को इतना मालूम है.
हाँ, तो इसमें क्या लगा तुमको?
जब उसका पैर ऐसा मुड़ा है, फांसी लेगा तो आदमी पैर कैसे मुड़ जाएगा?
पैर भी मुड़ा हुआ था.
हाँ,
तो मतलब
पैर पे निशान नहीं आएगा. पैर पे निशान कैसे आया?
पैर पे भी निशान था.
तो पैर है ना, पैर ऐसा मुड़ा हुआ था, दोनों पैर उसका.
अच्छा,
दोनों पैर है ना, उसका मुड़ा हुआ था. बरोबर. ऐसा पैर वैर मारते नहीं क्या अपन?
हाँ हाँ, तब कोई अपने को ये कहता था पैर मारते, बट उसमें तो फांसी लेने के टाइम पे आदमी पैर मारता ही रहेगा ना. रे
फांसी लेगा पैर तो मारेगा ना. पैर कैसा मुड़ गया उसका? तड़पेगा, बॉडी है ना, तड़पेगी. फांसी लेना बॉडी तड़पेगी. अब फांसी लेने के बाद ना फेस बाहर आता है.
हाँ, तो इसमें नहीं आया था क्या?
फेस नहीं आया था ना भाई. फांसी लेने के टाइम फेस बाहर आता है.
तो फोटो में तो फेस दिख रहा था मेरे हिसाब से. दोस्त,
क्या
फोटो में फेस नहीं दिख रहा था क्या?
हाँ, फोटो में फेस था आपके?
नहीं, मैंने तो नहीं देखा यार
फेस. वो तो पकड़ो बॉडी को.
अच्छा, और वो निशान कहाँ पे था? नेक पे था, गले पे था?
हाँ, गले पे निशान है ना. निशान पूरा आएगा गले पे. फांसी लेगा ना आदमी,
पूरे गले पे आएगा. बराबर बोल रहे. हाँ,
फांसी जो रहेगा ना, तो गले पे पूरा निशान आएगा.
हाँ,
इसमें फांसी लिया उसने.
इसमें लटका है, ऐसा लग रहा है क्या तेरे को?
हाँ, फांसी रहेगा.
हाँ,
फांसी रहेगा ना, तो पूरा लटकेला आदमी ना, लटकेला रहेगा और मुंह से फेस है ना ऐसा निकलते रहेगा. पूरा फेस है ना चिपकेला रहेगा. ऐसा है.
And let me get in Dr. Bagai, chairman of Nephron. Dr. Bagai, you know, this is the ambulance attendant. I know he is not an FSL expert. I know he is not a doctor, but he is somebody who's handled bodies in these situations, and he is telling our reporter that हमने बहुत body देखा है. He raises 3 or 4 points. He says that the lesion is only in the front part of the neck. Is he right in assuming that if it's only in the front part, then it doesn't really look like a suicide? What would you say?
Three quick points, Navika. Good evening, everyone. The first is that if it's an untimely, unexplained death in a young individual who's otherwise medically well and healthy and fit, it's an unnatural death which obviously requires a very detailed investigation. The gentleman of the ambulance driver would perhaps be in the first responders team who would have seen the body initially with the first set of police professionals who visited the site at that time. I'm sure his statement would be recorded, although he's not a doctor and not a scientist, so it has to be collaborated with the autopsy report in detail. But the issues where the question mark as suspicion or mystery or suspect come is that are the marks collaborating with hanging? Is the height sufficient for the hanging to take place? Are there bruisings on the other part of the body which we call as struggle marks? Are there any restraining marks? Are there any bruising or ecchymosis? I mean, the full thing at the present moment, without the formal toxicology report, formal autopsy report in public domain, becomes even more mysterious. And I'm sure we need a very, very high level of investigation in this. With regards how hanging by a person doing it himself versus being strangulated by another person, there are very, very clear-cut telltale signs. I mean, it's more oblique in terms of hanging. It's discontinuous. It's more in the upper part of the neck, going towards the nape of the neck behind. There is no bruising at the edges. You don't have marks anywhere else in the body. I mean, this leaves a huge question mark, or just based on medical scientific facts which have been observed by most people who watch television. And as an Indian, as a citizen, we all need answers, and I'm 100% sure
but
that
the fact that he says his feet were hanging down and they seem to be injured, the fact that his body was yellow, do these really add up? As a doctor, what do you think? But there's more breaking news that's coming in. Sensational claim by the Sushant Singh Rajput family. His father was questioned by the CBI today, and this is the statement that Mr. KK Singh, father of Sushant Singh Rajput, who filed the FIR with Bihar police, today says. He has said that this is murder of his son Sushant Singh Rajput. So between 25th of July, when they first filed the FIR with Bihar police, to now, from abetment of suicide, now the family charges murder in this case. Priyank Tripathi joining me live. Priyank, this is a sensational statement given by the father of Sushant Singh Rajput to the CBI. Is the accused still the same? Because abetment to suicide has changed to murder now. Murder as the charge.
Yes, certainly, Navika, that is a big breaking which is coming out from the statement which has been given by the sister of Sushant Singh Rajput and father, Mr. KK Singh. Their statement was recorded in Faridabad by the Central Bureau of Investigation. What the family has said, that looking at the present circumstances, I'm quoting them, looking at the present circumstances, it appears that it is a case of murder. Hence, the CBI should look into this case as an aspect of murder, not as an attempt, abetment to suicide, which was claimed earlier by the father of Sushant Singh Rajput in his statement which he gave it to Bihar police officials. So that is a big input coming out. Looking at the Times Now investigation, the family has been very minutely observing every detail which has been coming out on Times Now, and they have in fact quoted that as per the media report, as per the looking into the present circumstances, we want this case to be probed as a case of murder because Sushant Singh Rajput's deliberate attempt to be killed and the kind of circumstances under which these evidences were destroyed, the family wants this case to be probed as a case of murder, not as a case of abetment to suicide. Now it's up to the CBI officials that if they find something suspicious in their course of investigation, they can certainly turn up the case from abetment to a case of murder. Similar thing, Anavika, which happened in Sunanda Pushkar case, where the Delhi police kept on doing inquest proceeding, and after a while, on 31st, when Mr. Bhim Sen Basi, the then police commissioner of Delhi police, came on record and said that we have been probing this case as a case of murder, similar kind of situation can also happen in this case. So that is a big input which we are getting in the news.
Well, big breaking news coming in. Shehzad Poonawalla, the father, now charges murder and wants the CBI to investigate this as a murder. Your first reaction?
You see, Navika, I'm sure that after the number of disclosures made by Times Now, including today's disclosures of the ambulance attendant, the missing pages of the diary, the other facts and circumstances brought out by the relentless coverage of Times Now, it was obvious that Mr. KK Singh Rajput would basically go for this kind of option, because he knows that his son has been subjected to this kind of torment. But the question really is, Navika, the hypocrisy. You see, in the Loya case, the family said that they don't want to pursue the case because they are convinced with the facts. But there, the same brigade of journalists and so-called activists said that nahi, 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 ye murder hai. And today, when the family is screaming ki ye murder hai, ye hamare sath anyay hua, so the same political and so-called activists are coming out and saying, oh no, why are you giving it a paint of murder? Why are you sensationalizing it? Why are you raising these questions and facts? This is the hypocrisy that I was trying to bring out in my previous comment as well, Navika. And this clearly shows that the only person being victimized, or the only set of people being victimized here, is Sushant Singh Rajput and his family. And minus Times Now, and I say it again, minus Times Now, Sushant Singh Rajput would not have got justice, because the entire Prashasan of Maharashtra government is only aiming at covering up, not at finding the truth and the justice for Sushant.
Well, and let me get in Rahul Ishwar. Rahul Ishwar, the Maharashtra government has even been saying, "Arey father ne to dusri shaadi kar li thi." You know, the kind of smear campaign against the father who's lost his son, 74-year-old man. You know, the kind of smear campaign that is going on. That is not insensitive. But what you're finding about questions being asked to Riya Chakrabarti, those are insensitive.
Smear campaigns from both sides are bad. I hope the CBI will also take note of the personal message Sushant sent regarding Priyanka, saying that she is manipulative and I am very disappointed by her. And she is even manipulating his friends for her ulterior motives, will also be under the purview of investigation.
Should Sanjay Raut apologize for the comments made on Sushant's father?
And both the sides, let CBI inquire both the aspects. Is that not the fair thing to do?
What about the comments made on Sushant's father, sir?
What about the comments made of Disha saying that she was raped and murdered?
Take a stand on that, sir.
Clear campaigns from both sides.
But there is a connection.
Rahul, I did not
Every investigator who's looking at the case is finding some sort of a connection between the Disha so-called alleged suicide and Sushant Singh Rajput's so-called alleged suicide. And these are questions...
Disha's family even filed a complaint saying that stop harassing us. Please remember, Disha's family even filed a complaint.
I want to add something right now.
Chandni Singh, advocate, and Ashish Dikshit, I'm coming to you. Yes, Chandni Singh.
Yesterday, I put it out, and you also took it up today, that the IP address was changed, right? For 17 times on 17 unique IP addresses. Today, I want to add something to it. Tell me something, all the panelists, please, honorable panelists, I want to ask you, how is it possible that in an ongoing investigation, 2 email IDs that were registered, one was Shovik@realitex.com and one was Sushant at realitex.com, both registered with Vivid Rate and Front India Foundation, today do not exist. How is it possible? You can throw them a mail right now. Navika, we are live. You can do this. You can throw them a mail. It will be bounced back. How is it possible that these email IDs are not existing anymore?
Ashish Dikshit, would you care to respond? More questions coming out now.
See, Navika, whether it is investigation or investigative journalism, the evidence should lead to the suspect. But what is happening in this case, that media has made Riya Chakrabarti an accused and is now looking for evidence to ensure that she is the accused. And what is happening, if you see, why I say it has become a media trial. Navika, wait, Navika, I didn't interrupt anyone. Let me complete, then you can come back. Look at the hashtags which are being circulated. Arrest Riya Chakrabarti, Sushant Singh murder, Reha arrest when. So all these hashtags and the campaign which has been run is totally indicating towards the media trial. And now let me come to the merits of the case. See, now latest development which has happened, the Sushant's father has changed his version thrice. Now he says it's a case of murder. He started with Bombay police saying nothing wrong has happened. He went to Patna, said it's a suicide case. Now he says it's a murder. So legally, this constant change of version is going to destroy the entire case of Sushant Singh. The family needs to understand
that's
this
exactly
thing.
that's exactly what the Mumbai police and powerful people want. So are you saying Ashish Dikshit that Times Now should play ball with all those who want this case to fall? No sir, facts, new facts are coming. No evidence, no call record, data dumps were taken by the Mumbai police, and I'm saying this with full responsibility on my command. The enforcement Directorate has taken the data dumps and the deleted WhatsApp chats and also deleted emails. Chandni Singh, if there was a fair investigation on day one in an unnatural death, would the Mumbai police come out and say, "Arey bhai, suicide hai, mar gaya, mental illness thi"? Then the Home Minister of Maharashtra comes out.
I'm telling you,
when has the Home Minister of any state come out and spoken about a private citizen's death, which is murder stroke suicide on day one? And what happens to the questions of the complaints of the family in February, which were not taken on board by the Mumbai police? Chandni, those questions nobody wants to answer. They are talking about the evidence that we are collecting to point somebody guilty. No, sir, we are not pointing anybody guilty. All we are saying is, don't take it as a open and shut case of a suicide, because there are questions that make us question the suicide theory, and we have the right to ask that question, Chandni.
With all due respect, you are calling us Twitter investigators, you are calling us social media investigators, but we are actually doing the real work. The media, the Times Now is actually doing the real work, which the police should have done. Another sensational news that I want to give it out, which no one would be giving out to you. JobUp is a website wherein the company data and the company data are kept. All right, all the documents have been removed of all the three companies of Sushant. All documents have been removed. By God's grace, I had downloaded all the documents, and I can tell you, after confirming it with trusted sources, and which we can also confirm, the Times Now can also confirm, but allegedly the Memorandum of Association and Article of Association of Front India for World Foundation has Sushant's signature, which are allegedly forged. They do not look like Sushant's signatures.
Well, may I also break this information that investigation is currently going on about the comparing of the signatures and whether they are forged or not. So we at the moment can't make any claim on that. It is out for investigation. But may I ask Rajiv Pandey and Mr. Shailesh Pandey on the show. Rajiv Pandey, have you seen anybody coming out, even though there was a public outcry? Have you seen the Home Minister answering the question about the allegations and about the charges of this particular case? He hasn't. Why was the Home Minister of Maharashtra in such a hurry to make such a statement on day one?
Navika ji, that is the question whole country is asking. When the investigation is going on, Mumbai police has not come to any conclusion as of date. They are saying we are investigating, we are calling this guy, we are calling that guy. They are investigating what has happened 5 years before. In any abatement of suicide case, you have to see the surrounding circumstances of last 10-15 days. 2-3 points I want to make, Navika ji, that Home Minister first came and openly said it is suicide. Now he is not saying anything because many facts have come up. In NCP only, there is a leader called Parth Pawar, who is himself asking that it should be investigated by the CBI. Third point, what I wish to ask Rahul Ishwar, he's saying where is the evidence, where is the facts? Because there is no investigation into that line. And BJP is consistently asking that this matter pertains a serious investigation, and if a person who is a victim and he has no faith in the police who is investigating the matter, in that circumstances we have seen in the past that Honorable Supreme Court of India, Honorable High Courts have directed the CBI to take over the investigation. So what is the problem?
But Riya Chakrabarti has alleged that there is an election in Bihar coming up. आप और JDU इकट्ठे हो गए हैं और उसे बदनाम कर रहे हैं.
बस आई एम कमिंग टू दैट पॉइंट नाविका जी। देखिए बिहार के इलेक्शन से इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है।
ये तो आप कह रहे हैं, रिया थोड़ी कह रही है।
नहीं, मेरी बात सुनिए। रिया चक्रवर्ती ने जो आज जो एफिडेविट डाला है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कि ये मीडिया ट्रायल है। देखिए मीडिया ट्रायल वो होता है जिसमें जज, जूरी, एक्सक्यूशनर इज ए मीडिया। हियर मीडिया इज आस्किंग ओनली वन थिंग, that whole country is perturbed that what has really happened with the Sushant Singh Rajput. So everybody is saying that the investigation should be done by an impartial agency and the truth should come out. We do not know what has happened. As you have rightly said, we do not know who has murdered him or who has abetted the suicide. But the surrounding circumstances, the
Shailesh Pandey ji, I want to ask you, ऐसा क्या है जो आप छुपाना चाहते हैं? उद्धव सरकार क्या छुपाना चाहती है? महेश भट्ट रिया के फोन कॉल्स हैं, सिद्धार्थ पिठानी रिया के फोन कॉल्स हैं, सैमुअल मिरांडा रिया के फोन कॉल्स हैं, और इतनी तादाद में जितने उसके फोन कॉल सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के साथ भी नहीं हैं। कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरी का चार्ज है और इन्वेस्टिगेशन में आम सवाल नहीं पूछे गए हैं। आम सवाल, कॉल डेटा रिकॉर्ड्स नहीं उतारे गए हैं। रिया इज इन टच विद द डीसीपी ऑफ बैंड्रा। Also, the forensic analysis of Sushant Singh Rajput's flat is done 50 hours after he's passed away on day 3. I want to ask you, why should questions not be asked and why should your intentions not be doubted?
नविता जी, देखिए ये जो सुशांत सिंह का ये दुर्घटना है, ये एक बड़ा ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण दुर्घटना है। हमारी पूरी संवेदना इसके साथ है।
संवेदना की जरूरत नहीं है, इंसाफ की जरूरत है। संवेदना की जरूरत नहीं है, इंसाफ की जरूरत है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन की जरूरत है।
इंसाफ जरूर मिलेगा।
कब मिलेगा सर? आपका बस चलता तो कभी भी नहीं मिलता।
विषयों पर अंदाज लगाकर, अब आप मुझे बोलने दीजिए प्लीज। मैं पौना घंटे से बैठा हूं आपके डिबेट में, पहली बार आपने मौका दिया है मुझे। आप 2 शब्द भी नहीं कहने देंगे। 2 शब्द कहा, उस पे आप रोक रहे हैं।
पर आप संवेदना दे रहे हैं। संवेदना का समय निकल गया सर, अब इंसाफ का समय है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मानवता के नाते हमारी संवेदना है सुशांत सिंह जी के साथ और उनके परिवार के साथ। ऐसे जो संदेहास्पद विषय होते हैं, ऐसे विषयों पर अंदाज लगाकर ऐसा हुआ होगा, वैसा हुआ होगा,
जो बयानबाजी कर रहे हैं वो मानवता दिखा रही है क्या?
न्यूज चैनल पे ही चल सकता है।
तो जब आपकी सरकार ने इसे सुसाइड कहा था तो वो क्या था? अंदाज नहीं था।
आपको किसी पे तो भरोसा करना पड़ेगा।
1 मिनट नहीं, हम भरोसा नहीं करेंगे जब तक इंडिपेंडेंट इंक्वायरी नहीं होगी। एंड डॉक्टर बगाई, I just have 5 seconds and I want to ask you, your experience as a doctor, all the facts are before you, all that we have investigated. What does it look like to you? Suicide or murder?
I think the full thing looks extremely suspicious. There is practically no height where a person can hang from. The investigation was almost, according to all the media, almost two days beyond the time of the demise of the person. There were apparent struggle marks on the body. All this points to an unnatural death. This is completely baffling that we are putting random assumptions and we are declaring a particular person to be died of a particular cause. I think it needs again and again and again, I'm saying, it needs a thorough, detailed, central investigation.
That's the doctor's word. He doesn't believe the suicide theory. It requires a deeper investigation, and that's exactly what Times Now has been working on. Every day, new facts in public domain, new facts investigated and questions put to Ria's team as well as Mumbai police and the Uddhav government. But why are they running away from the answers? We won't back off, even if Ria says so, because this is not a trial. This is a quest for answers. And this country and its citizens will be with Times Now in its mind when we do our investigations and seek justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this big debate, Sushant murder question.